Warning: this video, blog, or vlog could contain harsh opinions and foul language. If you do not appreciate said content or material, well, you can just fuck right off.
Greetings, Internet people. RantingRamsay here. How are you all doing today? I have honestly had better days. But, interestingly enough, from some perspectives, some people would think that I was actually having a very good day. But, it's a really complicated, long story, but I'm going to tell it to you. I just don't know where to begin. I guess I should begin from the beginning. For the past 9 months on this channel, in these videos, you've heard me reference more than occasionally being a manager at the place I work. But you never ever heard me say what type of work I was doing or where I was doing it. Ever. Because I kind of have to be careful about that kind of thing. Obviously, I have to be careful about that kind of thing because there's always the offhand minor chance, extremely minute, almost infinitesimally insignificant chance that I might do something so absolutely fucking hysterically entertaining in one of these videos that it will catch on virally and become some internet sensation for a whole 15 microseconds of internet time. And if I, perchance in that video, associate myself with my employer, I could lose that particular job. But, so, those of you people that are intuitive are going to figure out where this is going already. Especially when I go ahead now and mention that the job that I've been alluding to for the past 9 months is that I was a manager at a fast food restaurant. And one of the reasons that I actually didn't qualify it as such is because I felt a certain amount of humiliation being a manager at a fast food restaurant after having spent at least 10 years collectively, not consecutively, collectively, working in kitchens of a much higher grade, casual dining, and some fine dining. And so it was actually a little bit humiliating for me to admit to you now that I was for 9 months managing a fast food restaurant. As a shift manager, I know I made it sound sometimes like I was the actual manager in charge of everything. No, I was a shift manager. And in my 9 months in this company, I had been transferred twice from 2 different stores. I started out at one store where I was trained. I use the term loosely. A lot of that shit I figured out on my own. And then they transferred me to a different store that was 25 miles away. Even though there were stores in the district that were much, much closer. So, for a further 3 months, I drove 20-some-odd miles to work every day, and this is when gas prices were around $4 a gallon. Not an easy thing to do when you're making $8 an hour as a shift manager. Pretty fucking pathetic. So, after 3 months, I got transferred again to another store that was only 17 miles away, but it was all city driving, not highway driving, so it was effectively actually costing me more gas to drive 17 miles to this other store than it was to costing me to drive 25 miles to the previous store on the highway. And basically, each time I got transferred, it was from a comfort zone to a less comfortable zone to a holy shit, I am the odd man out in all senses of the word. I was in a crew of like 20 some odd people. I was one of 3 males. All of the females were in their own little clique. They were all basically, how to put this eloquently, bigoted, racist, redneck, dumb fucks. Yeah, you heard me. And most of them fundamentalist Christians to boot. Not just Christians, but fundamentalist Christians, literalist Christians. The earth is 6,000 years old, blah, 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 blah. You can imagine my utter chagrin at having to every day be friendly to these people and whatnot. So basically, I'm making an extremely long story already, really, really long, and basically the point is, I'm sure you intelligent people have already figured out, that I quit this job. Now, I did not quit this job before I made sure I had other employment. I actually had, for about 3 or 4 days, been working 2 jobs. The new job, which is absolutely fucking fantastic, I'm back to being a prep cook, line cook, happy as a motherfucking clam. It's what I do. And, today I guess it was probably the calmest rage quit in history, if you want to use a absolute contradiction, an oxymoron, if you will. I basically, to make a long story longer, had the worst night of my working career in any job last night, where not only Murphy's Law, where anything that can go wrong will go wrong, there was so much employee drama that I literally am at a loss for words. Wow, this is probably my most boring video of all time. Step it up, Ramsay, you're fucking losing. Anyway, okay, so let's get back on track. Little brain juice here. After having last night's absolutely horrible fucking night, the worst fucking night you can imagine, I know that a lot of my viewers and subscribers and watchers are in the, what is it, like 13 to 17 demographic, and the next highest one is in like the 18 to 25 demographic. So I know a lot of you either do have or have had these shitty-ass fast food fucking jobs, and you've had managers you've liked and managers you've hated for various fucking reasons. Anyway, last night I had the most stressful fucking night you could possibly imagine as a manager in a fast food fucking restaurant. And I didn't quit. Even having a second job, which was paying me the same amount of money as an entry-level prep cook that I was being paid as a fucking shift manager at my other job. And so I made it through the night. I was proud of myself. I said I made it through the night. I did not quit. I kept right on going because the plan was to work 2 jobs as long as possible and make some fucking cash. But then I got home and realized I couldn't fucking sleep because this shit was just eating away at me. I had this inability to let go of things like that. And so I tried to eat something, and it didn't sit down. It came right back up, and then I realized, holy shit, this job is causing me so much fucking stress that I can't fucking eat, and I can't fucking sleep. Holy shit, I'm a Devin fucking Townsend song. Those of you who listen to Strapping Young Lad know what I'm fucking talking about. And no, I couldn't even fucking piss. Anyway, so, today, like I said about 7 minutes ago, and now if you guys are still watching, I commend you. 2.5 hours, 2 hours roughly, I was supposed to work a 5 to close tonight. I walk in at about 3 o'clock in street clothes, shorts, button up, short sleeve shirt, and toss my store keys, register keys, petty cash, safe keys, all of it, toss it on the counter in front of the GM and the employee who looked like they knew, because they were the employee that caused fucking drama. As soon as I walked in, she looked at me and had this look of terror on her face because apparently, so I was told from the one employee that I have that's a friend in that place that text messaged me after I left, said that apparently I looked like the fucking Terminator when it comes to facial expression, which was like completely blank with this "I am going to kill you and there's nothing you can do about it" look on my face. Apparently, this is completely unintentional. And so I walk in, I toss my keys on the counter, and I turn around and I walk out without saying a word. And within 5 fucking minutes, the district manager is calling my cell phone. And for a good hour, I gave him nothing. Sent the text message that said, "I'm done. Too much stress for too little money, I'm done." And here's where it gets really interesting and scary for some of you older people that watch my videos that have a lot of experience in the work world. The most real, the most genuine of an interaction that I ever had with my district manager, of which there were many interactions, was when they were trying to get me to not quit. For a while, I was making indications that I wanted to go back to my original store because even the crew at the original store was begging. Every time I walked in there to see my friends, they said, "When are you coming back? When are you coming back? Who do we have to get fired to get you to come back?" Only when I was threatening to quit or had quit, they thought I was still threatening and thought they could negotiate, did they offer me to go back to my original store. We didn't even talk about money. I didn't let them get that far because when I finally did talk to the district manager, I said, "Look, I'm done. These are the reasons that I'm done, and there's nothing you can say to change my mind. But while I've got you on the phone, are you ready for some real talk, or whatever the fuck you want to call it?" And he was actually open to it. He's like, "Well, what do you have to say?" And I say, "All right, you want to know why my last store, the third store I was at, is failing so fucking badly? Why it is the stone around the neck of the franchise company? Here are the reasons." Bam, 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 bam. Gave him all the fucking reasons as to why that store was the stone around the company's neck. And he actually fucking listened. If you had fucking listened to me the entire fucking time, if you had paid attention to all of the indications and the feedback and the subtle fucking hints that I gave you, because I didn't think that as a second assistant manager, my voice would be fucking heard at all when talking to a district manager, if you honestly didn't pick up on all the subtle fucking hints that I was unhappy, that there were problems in your stores, and that I wasn't the one that was the problem, if you couldn't pick up on this and are only picking up on this and offering to rectify the problem after I've declared that I'm done, then I hope you never have children.
Hey, did you get all that, man?
Douche.